Well, welcome in. It is your boy RX representing the 1 and 2 Denver Broncos. Respectable 1 and 2. Don't want to hear no more swindoodle on that. Anyways, let's get into it, man. We got the top 10 wide receivers today. Big list here. A lot of these guys are at the top, but there's also some guys at the top that got left out. Obviously, all the first rounders are in here. And then I kind of picked out a couple guys a little bit later on. A couple of guys got left out. Kind of just some redundant guys. Not redundant in the sense, but just a lot of guys that cover the areas not listed in here. It's kind of more of just a general breakdown after the first round. And some of the guys after the first round, which would be Pickens, who could make an impact and have certain skill sets that I thought would be interesting to talk about. At number 1, we got Justin Ross, 6'4", 205 out of Clemson. I mean, this guy is just a beast. Size / contested catch is where he's going to rock. Not a bad route runner either. The only question on him is high end speed. Can he break? Can he get you a lot of yards on a 9 route? But I honestly don't think that's even that big of a knock, considering he's going to go up and get it over 99% of the corners in the league. I mean, he's just ridiculous. At number 2, I got Olivei, baby. Chris Olivei, 6'1", 188. Deep threat machine. I mean, the guy, he's got afterburners. He's a great route runner. Deep threat type of guy. The only problem with him, a little bit not contested catch guy, 6'1", 180. Not really that forte. And his running mate, I got at number 3 in Garrett Wilson, also a beast at 6 foot 188. Route running machine. I mean, this guy is a literal route running clinic. My knock on him is press, 6 foot 188. It's going to be a little scary going up against some of the bigger corners, but I think he'll be all right. Then number 4, I got George Pickens out of Georgia, 6'5", 195. Or he's actually never mind, 6'4", misclick. 6'4", 195, I should say. My plus on him is Julio. I mean, that's literally what he looks like coming out. Precise comp on George Pickens is Julio. Well, the reason I got him this low is his ACL injury last year. If he definitely is probably the number 1 wide receiver in this draft if he doesn't have that ACL injury. So that's why I got him at 4. He plays well this year. Easily going to be seeing him jump up probably to number 1 over Ross. Number 5, we got Frank Ladson Jr. out of Clemson, 6'3", 205. Solid wide receiver. Just a solid guy. He's going to come in and be just a decent wide receiver for you year 1. He's had some issues with open passes, but nothing to be scared about among on that sort. At number 6, I got John Metchi the third out of Bama, 6 foot 195. His positives, kind of same thing as Ladson. Balanced wide receiver John Metchi can do it all. Not really nothing. He's not nothing special. That doesn't mean he's nothing special. It means he doesn't really do anything at an elite level. He's just good in a lot of areas. And that's what kind of gets him at 6. He's phenomenal in a lot of areas. So that's why he's there at 6. At number 7, as many of you know, the young king, Johann Dotson, baby. Out of Penn State, 5'11", 175. My plus on him is obviously the speed. My negative on him could be John Ross. Just not taken at the 8th pick or 9th pick, whatever the hell Ross was taken, which is just ridiculous. He's got the speed. He would work well in a system that could, move him out, get him into open space, screens, different type of stuff like that. That's where he would really excel. At number 8, I got Charleston Rambo out of the U, 6'1", 175, slot beast. I mean, he's got, my knock on him is no X or Y potential, which are your outside wide receivers. But when it comes to being in the slot at 6'1", 175, I mean, he's kind of a beast in there. At number 9, I got Theo Whis out of OU, 6'3", 192, solid release off the line. He nobody could press him last season. So he's not the greatest route runner, but he can just get open because he can create so much separation at the line of scrimmage. And at number 10, Jalen Tolbert out of South Alabama, 6'3", 195. I mean, this guy, his route running is just ridiculous. I mean, he puts a lot more of these guys that maybe not Garrett Wilson, but in that sense, I mean, he's probably the 2nd or 3rd best route runner in this whole draft. And he's at number 10 because he's from South Alabama and he's 23, and his competition's been really weak. But I think Jalen Tolbert can really be something special at that wide receiver position. Draft grades here. Justin Ross, mid to early first. Olivei, mid first. Garrett Wilson, I think in late first. George Pickens will be early first if he plays well. If not, I think he'll stay here and some team will give him a shot. Frank Ladson, mid second. John Metchi, early second, I think. Johann Dotson's probably early third, late second type of guy. Charleston Rambo, it's probably a third round guy as well. Theo Whis, probably late third, early fourth, and then Jalen Tolbert I think will go in the fifth or sixth unless some team falls in love with this man, which I think is highly possible. I think he could go in the second or third round if some team does end up doing that. But this wide receiver class has got a lot of talent, a lot of guys who can do a lot of stuff. So I definitely see probably at least 10 of these guys being impact players day one. And probably like good 2 to 3 being real bona fide stars the second they touch the field for you in our franchise. Some of these guys are special. Other guys, not so much. That's why we do our due diligence scouting, as it is very, very difficult in Madden to scout. This one probably went a little bit quicker than normal. Thought it was going to be a longer one, but kind of just booked it out. Finished this up quick. Give you guys a little bit more information here, as I know we've only had 1 week of scouting. You'll get a lot more information as we move along this season. We're about to hit advance here probably soon, so we'll be in week 4, which means tight ends will be up next with our next video. A little more information. Week 4, after week 4, so start of week 5, I will be bringing back my top 20 power rankings, which are pretty nice. So that will be something to look forward to heading into week 5. So if you're a team that's 1-1 or 1-2, make sure you win your next 2. Get in there, get in that top 20. It's pretty cool to look at. Get to see yourself move up or move out. I would do all 32, but that's just a fucking grind I'm not up for. So, all right, thank you guys very much for tuning in. These things I'm gonna tell you right now. I made the draft class, all right. So if you ain't paying attention to these, you're losing out. So, thank you very much.